bunch of people. You want to see? Anybody want to see? You won't be able to see all the people, but you can see mommy talking. How about that? Let's see. I think we're live. You want to set up on my lap so you can be in the video? Okay, here we go. I'll show you in 1 second. Hey, everybody. Tiffany Higgins here, and Kai is with me. Can you wave and say hi? Let's see. Say hi. Here I am.
There's a little TV.
There's a little TV up there and a big TV right here. And everyone can see you.
That was really cute.
It's really cute. It's a little baby Kai. It's a little baby.
There's a baby mommy.
A baby mommy up there. Yes. If you guys are new to the group, my name is Tiffany Higgins, and I'm the founder here of the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy and of this awesome group called Have Your Cake and Eat It Too, where you can work from home with your babies, but also build wealth for your family. So that's what we're all about. We help moms do that by teaching them how to grow a bookkeeping business so they can work from home with their kiddos and make $100 an hour or more, even if they have no prior experience and no education in bookkeeping or accounting. So we have a lot of successful students. Thousands of people have started their bookkeeping businesses and grown their businesses, left their corporate jobs, and my most favorite thing of all, retire their husbands. So today I'm going to talk a lot about that because today is my 9-year anniversary to my husband, Sean. And for the last 7 out of those 9 years, we have been able to work alongside each other every single day, whether that's taking care of the kids or working on the business, growing the business, or just being home together on our flexible schedule, traveling in our RV, moving across the country, vacationing, whatever. We've chosen to do that and spending every single day together for the most part. Occasional travel here and there that I choose to do for the business now is pretty much the only thing that separates us. And it's been a really awesome journey for our entire family, for us to always be home together and do things together. So it's a passion of mine to help other people do that as well. So if you feel like you are working all the time, you're not getting to see your spouse enough, and then when you do come home, you have to take turns with the kids, or maybe you have to split up and go to sporting activities with one child and the other one goes somewhere with the other child. It can really feel like that once you have kids that you don't really have a marriage, because it's more like a business arrangement where you're always like having to divide up all the tasks, divide and conquer, as we've said before. But when you work from home together, you get the chance to have more flexibility and have more time together and be able to do more things and be a family. So it's really awesome to have your spouse home with you. And we've had quite a few people in the last year retire their spouses that have been in the Bookkeeper Academy, and it's been really awesome for their family. So I'd love to talk a little bit about that today and how you can make that happen for your family. So if you're watching today, say hi. I love to make these lives super interactive and answer the questions that you have if you're watching right now. You've got me for up to a whole hour. So if you want to pick my brain on anything, I am here. I'd love to help you out. So I go live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time, and I'm here to answer any questions you have about starting, growing, and operating a virtual bookkeeping business from home. Hey, John, thanks for tuning in. John's from Kansas City. He's our resident bookkeeper insurance agent here in the group. Hey, Samuel, thank you for joining as well. Tell me, guys, what can I help you with today? I'll share my website here once. I may shift you over to this side so I have a free arm. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my website. So if you're brand new to the group and you don't know where to get started, the best place to get started is to pop on over to our website here. And this is the best place to start. We have our ebook right on the top of our website. And this is like basically highlights my journey, the story of what our family went through when we first decided, why we decided to launch our bookkeeping business, and then what happened to our family as we took that leap of faith and we started to grow our business. So you can get some really great insight into what that would be like for your family. Did you just write on your face? Whoops. So I'll put that link in here for you guys as well. There's a lot of really good, awesome, useful tips and resources on our website, student success stories, previous lives that I've done where I've interviewed students. And we have this really awesome calculator on our website as well. And this will tell you about how many clients you need to replace your current income or to hit that desired income that you have for your family. So if you want to be able to work from home with your spouse or your significant other, and you need about $5,000 a month to start to cover your bills, you only need to find 10 clients, approximately 10 super small clients to be able to bring home $5,000 a month. And the cool thing is, right now, just in the US alone, there are 32 million businesses that are in existence right now, and you only need 10 of them. So 10 clients. And when you're in the academy, we show you how to find those clients right away. And then we help you do the work so that you can become a bookkeeping rock star and provide a lot of value for your clients. But to do that after you're already making money. We all know that time is precious, especially when you have little ones at home. So we've set up the Bookkeeper Academy in a way to help you really have success as fast as possible and learn the skills as you go. So the only thing that we ask of you is that you trust us to follow the rules and trust that we have your back and will help you every step of the way. So that's how we do it in the academy. Once you get these clients, the first couple of months, it always takes a little bit extra time to get them onboarded, to understand their spending habits and get into a routine. So it may take 16 or 17 hours a week to work on these clients at the beginning. But once you've had them for a few months and you've got a nice routine going, you've learned how to be efficient in the software, it's really only going to take you about 10 hours a week to do the bookkeeping work for your clients. So imagine if you needed $5,000 a month to be able to cover all of your expenses, and you and your husband could, or you and your spouse could retire, and between the two of you only have to work 10 hours a week. So you could even split that up. You each would only have to work 5 hours a week to make that kind of money. What exactly would you do with the rest of your time? It's pretty incredible to think about. And on the flip side of it, if you're somebody, don't pull on that cord, please. Don't do that. If you're somebody that's really motivated by money and motivated by what money can do for your lifestyle, this should give you a glimpse into how much potential you have to make even more money. A couple doing a bookkeeping business together, if they were interested and willing to work 40 hours a week doing bookkeeping work without any staff, you've got like a husband and wife or two spouses that are working together in the bookkeeping business 40 hours a week, you can make $500,000 a year and not have a team member. So it's pretty incredible business model. And we help really facilitate and make that happen in our Bookkeeper Academy. Thank you, honey. So yeah, there's lots of flexibility for people that want to keep it small and have that time freedom, or for people that really want to double, triple, quadruple the income that they're currently making in their corporate job by way of a bookkeeping business. So there's a lot of flexibility for you to expand it when you're ready, cut it back if you need to, just depending on what you have going on in your life with your current situation, your family, your kids. Maybe you want to take care of your older parents, things like that. There's all sorts of things that can really help you, or the bookkeeping business can really help you accomplish, which is really super exciting. It's super hard to concentrate with this little guy. So another thing too with this is what I was going to say. I kind of lost my train of thought, but another thing with this is, if you can make $5,000 a month, only working 10 hours a week, just think about how you can provide your own benefits. A lot of people sometimes are worried about, well, I don't have health insurance. Well, I don't have 401k, but look at all the opportunity that you have to make way more money than those benefits would ever cost or would ever cover. So if you're on the fence about doing this because you're worried about healthcare coverage or your 401k, I can tell you firsthand that is very a very unimportant reason to hold off on doing this. So, and I have firsthand dealt with these things. Hey, Kai, I need you to stop talking, okay? So people can hear mommy, okay? So with health insurance, I was able to get a private policy that only cost $675 per month for a family of 7. And this policy was also the same policy that I was able to have twins via C-section, and it was covered 100%. Minus a $1,500 deductible, which was even more coverage than my policy at my old previous employer. I had to pay $3,000 out of pocket for my other child. So there's a lot of options for you out there that are really affordable where, health insurance and 401k benefits don't really even look attractive to you anymore when you're looking at that stuff. For me, my 401k was never really a super attractive option either. And now because of this business, I've been able to invest in life insurance as a retirement plan, as well as many different real estate options. So I've invested I think I've got 5 properties now, and those properties pay me about $600 a month each in cash flow. So I would not have been able to do something like that had I not started my business. So I'm really passionate about helping people get out there and get started. This is a great option for people, especially if you aren't necessarily wanting to take it to that big level yet because you've got small kids at home. But this will set the foundation and the framework for you to be able to scale this up when you're ready. And if you are already ready, this is one of the most profitable businesses that you could ever start. And you can Google that. There's plenty of Forbes articles out there on the top 10 most profitable businesses that you can do, and bookkeeping is like number 1. So check that out. If you're interested in starting with us, we have a couple of different options. We do prefer that you book a call so we can go over your goals with you and make sure that we place you and give you options for the right program. But most of our students do join the Bookkeeper Academy. We get all of our coursework for free. Plus you lock arms with our team for 12 months and we help you with every step of the way. It even includes a free logo design and a free website design if you choose to use the software that we use for that. So you can really rock and roll and get started super fast. But there's so many amazing benefits. We have 10 different Zoom calls every single week to help you through each different stage of growing a bookkeeping business so you can master all of these skills. So it looks like I've got both children in here, both twins in here now. Let's see. I'm going to drop some links in here. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to see, do we have some questions? Yes, John is always glad to be a resource for business insurance questions. Hey, I don't want you to swing that anymore. Okay. We appreciate all of your tips. Let's see. Hey, Ebony, thanks for joining us from Colorado. You do need errors and omissions insurance. I would personally wait until you get your first client, and then you can get that all situated with John. Hey, Lydia, always appreciate you jumping on my lives. You are the sweetest. So I just kind of want to tell you guys a little bit about our daily routine. So being home with my husband every single day has been amazing for me. I know that a lot of people said, do you really want to spend every day at home with your wife? Of course. Why would we have gotten married if we didn't want to spend all of our time together? But I know everybody's different, so that may not be appealing to everyone in here. But if you're the type of person that really feels like you don't get to spend enough time with your spouse or your significant other, bookkeeping business is awesome with that, because not only can you spend time together, but it's very easy to train your significant other and your family to help you with the tasks on here. And that's why it's such an awesome option for people that don't have experience with this either, because it's a skill that you can learn very quickly. And 80% of it is data entry. 20% of it is like higher level skills that you need to learn. But it's very easy to learn and master this very quickly. So you can also pull in your family to help you. Chelsea is one of our students that I always love to talk about with this, because she was kind of doing the same thing. She had a at in-home daycare that she was running, and her bookkeeping business replaced all of that income very, very quickly. And she did it during nap time. And now that her business is scaling, she's learned all the foundational frameworks to grow her business, and now she's able to scale it really quickly. And she's hired her husband and her sister's husband. A lot of her family have been able to come in and help with the business as well. So it's been super exciting for her. Lydia says, can I let my significant other watch training and participate in Zoom calls? So if you are in the academy, we do let your spouse in there if they are going to participate in the business. The only other time we let someone else in under one subscription is if they are physically a partner on your business. So they're like a 50-50 partner on your business, but we do let spouses into the group if you guys are doing it together. So absolutely, great question, because we do really feel like growing this business has had a lot to do with the support from my spouse and being on the same page. It's really important to be on the same page with your spouse and significant other, because it's just easier when you have common goals and you are working towards the same thing instead of having friction on that. So we definitely had some time during the last 7 years of our marriage where we've had to really sit down and have a lot of talks about where do we want to go, what do we want to do. And it was definitely a challenge at first, kind of shifting roles where I became the breadwinner and he became more of the stay-at-home parent type, but we were still all both able to work equally and parent equally. So it was an adjustment, but having lots of conversations with each other, and also having our goals outlined and like the direction of where we want to go. So it's very important for us that your spouse is on the same page. So they are absolutely welcome to be added into our community in the Bookkeeper Academy to participate as well. Absolutely. What did your husband do before working from home with you? My long-term goal is to do the same for my husband. He's a truck driver. Awesome. Yeah, my husband actually was in logistics. So he was running a warehouse, kind of in mid-level management, running a warehouse. His most recent job was shipping out medications to veterans. So he worked for a really cool company that helped veterans. So he was in charge of a lot of people in a warehouse and making sure that everything went out on time. And the problem with that kind of job was a lot of times everything came at the end of the day. So it was like, stay on track, rush, get all this stuff out. The truck's coming at 5. You have to make sure it's all ready. And so towards the end of the day, it was very stressful and hectic for him. And then a lot of times if the truck broke down or if they were running behind, he was the one that was responsible for staying late. And then with rush hour traffic and being 45 minutes away from our house, he would, oftentimes be gone for 12 hours a day. So he was missing out on our daughter's life basically, and wasn't able to see her for more than sometimes even 30 minutes a day throughout the week, because he would get home and she would go to bed early. So it was really nice to be able to retire him and stop always feeling like we were working for the weekend. And that's just for us wasn't a fun way to live. Like we don't work for the weekends because every day can be a weekend if we want to. I couldn't even count how many times we've gone on vacations midweek. We've just taken a random day off to go swim in our pool on a Tuesday. There's been so many times where we've just, chosen to do whatever we want. And actually, sometimes I like working on Saturdays because no one else is. So we've been able to like just totally flip our schedule however we want. But yes, if your husband has a desire to be home, it doesn't matter what their current job is, you can definitely do it. And they could choose to work in your business with you, or they could choose to start a different business, or maybe they just need to retire. Maybe they need a hobby. Maybe you've got kids at home and they can help with kids. I mean, everybody's got a little bit different personality. I feel lucky that my husband was interested in being a stay-at-home dad, and he really has a passion for being home and being with his kids. So that was really great for me. He also really loved to support anything that I did. So if he could help me out in any way in the bookkeeping business, he did that. So I taught him how to do a lot of the data entry. I taught him how to do a lot of the bank reconciliations. And even for a while, he took on communication with my clients for me to help ease that workload. So all I really had to do was review his work and make sure it was right. So it was really awesome. My kids have learned bookkeeping as well. Now that when I had my bookkeeping business, they were in grade school and had just transitioned to middle school. And we were also focusing on homeschooling them. They just transitioned to be homeschooled. And I had twins that were 1 and that were nursing. So I had a really strong desire to teach them bookkeeping, but there was just not really enough time in the day with having 5 kids, all of which were either homeschooling or nursing, and running my business and teaching my husband too. But they have, since they've gone through all of my course material. And I feel like one of the cool things about what our students get exposed to is that learning the skill of bookkeeping and learning it to the level that we teach in the academy is so advantageous for you even later in life if you decide to open up another business, or your spouse wants to open up a business, or your kids want to open up a business. Because what I see most often, and I think what a lot of our students see with their clients, is that most business owners don't have these foundational skills, and they don't understand how to read their financials. They don't understand how to do their own books, and they shouldn't do their own books because they've got better things to do by growing their business. But I think it makes it a little bit more challenging for a lot of business owners when they don't understand bookkeeping. They don't understand how to do their own books. So by you starting a bookkeeping business and learning the skill, it gives you the ability and the confidence and the knowledge. It's basically like a superpower to open up any other future business that you could ever want to have. So it's very valuable. And so to my point and to your question, Lydia, my kids know how to do bookkeeping, and that's something that I'm constantly going to be teaching them as they grow their own businesses, because it is a skill that is, in my opinion, the most important one to have when you have a business, aside from marketing and sales. So I feel like if you know how to do marketing, you know how to do sales, and you understand your finances and your financials, you will be incredibly successful. And what I love about that is we teach all of that, every single bit of it, in the academy. So these are skills that they don't teach in school, which is a shame, because these are the skills that you actually need as an adult to get through in life. So I'm honored to say that we teach all of those things in the academy, and it's something, once you learn it, you've got it forever. So, hey, Malik, thank you so much. I love that you're on here. You're so awesome. Yay. Let's see. I know how that goes. So glad he's home with you and your kids. Yes, it is. It's really awesome. I really enjoy having him home. Our marriage has definitely gotten stronger and stronger each year with being home and being together and being able to share in all the decisions, share in all the struggles, and share in all the joys. It's been really awesome. So yes, I'm going to drop some links in here. So if you guys want to book a call with our team, what we like to do on these free discovery calls is we like to talk about your goals and your desires. And then we let you know what that would look like with a bookkeeping business. Like, how would a bookkeeping business help you reach that goal? And we'll go into detail on exactly what that would look like for you and your family. So we did just end our promotion. I think we're wrapping up a handful of people that booked calls with us. If you booked a call with us during our promotion period over the last week, we will be chatting with you about that and extending that promotion offer to you. And it is a different type of payment plan that we're offering in-house. We don't typically offer any payment plans in-house, but we tested it out. We're going to test it out with about 35 people. I think almost all the slots were filled, and we have a handful of people still going through funding, and also got a few more calls to finish up. So thank you guys so much. That our promotion was such a huge success, and I'm super excited to test this out and see how it goes for those handful of people, and get those 35 people started on their bookkeeping business ASAP. So thank you again. I love it. So exciting. So last week I got the opportunity to speak on a stage, and a lot of our former and current students were in the audience. So that was super exciting. One of the things that I told everyone while I was on stage is that when I started the Bookkeeper Academy, really the very first thought I had was how I could sell my bookkeeping course to X amount of people, and then I would be a millionaire and I could retire. And so it was, in my mind, an idea to create just some passive income for me. But I feel very, very strongly about results and like really helping people. And what I noticed is that many, many, many people struggle when they just buy a course. They struggle with actually being able to implement it, with the accountability. There's always some gaps in courses out there versus what some people have knowledge. Some people can take courses depending on their background and their knowledge, and they can apply everything and go for it. But most of the time, people are struggling with gaps in their knowledge, and they aren't quite sure where to get that information to fill in those gaps. So I was seeing that quite a bit with my students that were enrolling in our course. So we decided to create an entire support group around the academy. And instead of this being a passive income and my ticket to retirement, I decided to make it my full-on life's work and my full-on business to help grow this, but also to help really assist people and make their success, your success, easier than mine. That's the whole goal of the Bookkeeper Academy and why we're even here. We want to make your success simple and easy. And that's the whole design of the Bookkeeper Academy. And we are always looking for ways to do that. I don't think a month or two goes by without us actually improving something that we do for our students so that it makes it easier for them. I absolutely love to be able to do that, and it's super exciting. So that's why the Academy is here and why we push people to the Academy over our DIY course, because we know we can more so, we can't ever guarantee anyone's success because ultimately that is up to you, but we can more so guarantee it if they're in the Academy. So absolutely love that. But also I also had originally planned on selling this as a passive income stream and a course, because many of you might be surprised, but I don't really prefer to be in the public eye. I am an introverted person, and I force myself to do this stuff to help bring awareness and help you guys out, help you change your life, help you make a decision to better yourself. And so I put myself out here. But it is definitely something that's very challenging for me. And one of the reasons why I haven't really pulled the trigger on having an in-person event again, something that I struggle with personally is I really don't like to disappoint people. It's literally like my world's biggest fear. So I love to inspire you guys and help you guys. And I definitely feel a little nervous meeting everyone in person. And the last week was very challenging for me, meeting a lot of people in person, because I just want so badly to make sure that I don't disappoint anyone. So it's been, we should have had some live events and some meet and greets and get-togethers so much more in the last like 3 years of having this company. And I'm working on that. It's an internal struggle I'm working on, but eventually we're going to definitely have like a big have your cake and eat it too meetup. And everyone will get to hang out and see everybody. So, but I just, with all that being said, being an extreme introvert, like I could probably not leave my house and not talk to anybody for a month and be okay with that. So if you're like that, just know you can easily grow a business as well. You do have to put yourself out there and do things that you don't want to do. There's a lot of things that I don't want to do that I do every day, but it is possible, and you can live the life of your dreams, even if you are an extreme introvert like myself. So I just wanted to share that because I feel like it's kind of important for people to know. And as like we all level up and we all get to different stages, I'm getting to a different stage in my life currently than I've ever been before. And I think sometimes feels harder and harder to relate to people because you think that they've got something different than you. And I'm here to tell you that I'm just a normal person. I'm just a normal mom. And you guys are all awesome, normal people that can have great things and be extraordinary also. So, and I'm honored and excited to be able to support you on that journey. And if you have any questions about it, always comment here, always post in the group, book a discovery call with our team. We'd love to chat with you guys and help you out and help you see what your goals are and if they are attainable by having a bookkeeping business. So I think that's all I really got for you guys today. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment on here. Sonia says, thank you for sharing about being an introvert and being able to be successful. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. A bookkeeping business is also super great for that because even though you do have to put yourself out there in the beginning in order to find clients and to attract people to you, and you do occasionally have to get on phone calls with new clients, 90% of the work is all done. It's all done behind your computer. So it's really nice to be able to recharge yourself and get to hide behind your desk when you want to. So yes, Lydia, you and I, we're introverts. Yeah. And we can still, and you're still doing it. You're doing it. You have an awesome business that you're rocking as well. So awesome stuff. All right, guys. Well, if we don't have any questions, I'm probably going to sign off early. I have been forcing myself to get up and work out every day, and I am tired, hot, sweaty, and hungry. So I'm going to go get something to eat, and I will always answer any questions you guys have, and our team loves to answer questions too. So please let me know what's on your mind. Please let me know how we can help you. And I will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.